Asked my mom why the Bilodeau's house smelled like that. She said it's 'cause Mrs. Bilodeau fried everything in fat. They were the strangest people you ever would meet. Lived directly across the street and invited us over to hear accordion in the living room. That's where I got to smell those fumes. When Mrs. Bilodeau played accordion in the living room, you could smell those frying fumes. They had 2 kids, Timothy and Kevin. Something's wrong with Kevin, he was always in motion, always in spin, jumping and shoving and pulling your hair. I had my chin stitched up one day when he pushed me down the stairs. But the dad, Mr. Bilodeau, he didn't have anything to do. Sat in the bedroom tying and retying his shoes. Black shoes, white socks, nothing else to do. Mr. Bilodeau. It was the summer of love, 1969, but I didn't know it. I was just a kid. I could hear accordion playing across the street after Mr. Bilodeau did what he did. We had just returned from Vietnam after 4 years of fighting for Uncle Sam. Didn't ever say a word, just sat on that bed, tying his shoes and looking straight ahead. My mom told me not to bother him, he couldn't work, just tied his shoes again and again, staring straight ahead with his waxy skin. Mom said I shouldn't bother him. Kevin knew where his dad kept some Vietnam grenades. Snuck some outside to make me afraid. Pretended like he shouldn't make a sound. Then got up on the porch, started throwing them around. Said he could blow up the entire block. My house to blast through solid rock. Kill the whole world with the shock. Said he could blow up a whole city block. I told my mom about that stockpile. She said I couldn't go to the Bilodeau's for a while. Anyway, I had to let my chin heal up where Kevin had pushed me down the steps. Then one day an ambulance and police car came down the street. I was out playing tag in the August heat, and I saw a stretcher and someone covered in sheets. Mom said I should come in off the street. It was the summer of love, 1969, but I didn't know it. I was just a kid. I could hear accordion playing across the street after Mr. Bilodeau did what he did. My dad came home, sat us down at the table, said there'd been an accident. Mr. Bilodeau had grown unstable. From now on, he wasn't gonna be tying the shoes on his feet. Mom made a casserole, took it across the street. Mr. Bilodeau was tying his shoes in heaven, now it's true. Black shoes, white socks, nothing else to do. If I looked up, I could imagine Mr. Bilodeau tying his shoes in heaven's blue. Mrs. Bilodeau, Kevin, and Timothy moved their furniture and accordion to Tennessee. That's where the grandparents lived, way down south. And if you look at my face just below my mouth, you'll see a scar that reminds me of Mr. Bilodeau in the summer of love when he picked up a gun and blew off the back of his head, because he knew that Vietnam has a way of following you, even if you're just gonna tie your shoes. It was the summer of love, 1969, but I didn't know it. I was just a kid. I could hear accordion playing across the street after Mr. Bilodeau did what he did. After Mr. Bilodeau did what he did.